Hey everybody, hope you're having a wonderful day today. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Katie. I am a music teacher and I also love to review gear. I used to teach at Hyde Music, which is a Kala dealer, and they were so generous to let me borrow 4 gorgeous Kalas that I could speed review for you. I'm going to be giving you some sound samples, some specs, so that you can pick and choose which one you think would be right for you, because each one of these instruments offers something beautiful. Let's get started.
This is the Kala Sparkle Concert Ukulele in Ritzy Red. It has a basswood top, mahogany back and sides, cream binding, mahogany neck, glossy finish, rosewood fingerboard, standard headstock, Graphtec ratio tuners, D'Addario clear nylon strings, and Graphtec new bone nut and saddle. The full scale length is 15 inches and the overall instrument length is 23.75 inches. It has 18 frets, and it's priced at $119.
So for the price point on this one, isn't that just pretty? I'm going to bring that closer to the microphone. Yeah, that's very, very pretty. The projection is very nice and can cut through, and it doesn't feel like it's muddy. You don't feel like you have to work for the tone. I will say that when compared to the other ones, it's a little bit harder to push down on the strings, but not by much. And who cannot love this sparkle right here? I'm a sparkly kind of girl. I mean, look at my earrings. But they also have this in different colors as well, which is really fun. And just the way it sparkles and it shines in the light and hits the light, you know, if this had a pickup on it, it'd be great for performances, but you can install different pickups and things like that, or mic it appropriately. It has one strap button right here, so I think that's great because then you'd be able to utilize a strap button or strap if you would like to. If not, there's none right here, but there are straps where you just take like a piece of leather or a string and you thread it through here, and then the strap is secured via the neck. Okay, so here, I think that's nice. Traditional tie block bridge. Will you be able to string this with a low G? Possibly. It looks like there's enough room to be able to string it through, but you know, do your research and just see if that's going to be thick enough. But this is a very decent instrument and it's just really fun to look at. I've been using this a lot for my tutorials, especially for my holiday ones, because come on, it's perfect. Can't tell if it has a hidden scarf joint or not because it's covered by glitter veneer, but I really don't care because it's so fun. And yeah, I think that for somebody that is looking for something to just for fun that is at a lower price point, and it still has some decent projection and tone, I mean, that's very pretty, at least in my opinion. So I think this would be one for you.
This is the Kala Voyage Collection Concert Ukulele in the design Unity. It has a satin finish, and the top, back, sides are made of mahogany. The fingerboard is made of rosewood. It has white dots for its inlays. It has 18 frets. The scale length is 14.875 inches. It has Graphtec ratio tuners. The nut is made of Graphtec new bone, and the nut width is 1.39 inches. It comes with Aquila Super Nugget strings, and it has a gig bag included.
So I picked this off of the shelf because, first of all, look, it's stunning. So it has a laser etched Polynesian design. It's gorgeous, by an artist named Sam Magagahia. And he has some great, and he is just an incredibly talented artist. So if you don't know who he is, please check him out. And he's just done some really beautiful things, and this is one of them, one of several designs that he has designed for Kala. And so if you look at the back, it's a laminate instrument, so that is reflected upon the price point, so it is a decent price point. I would also say that the action is lower than that one of the red sparkly Kala, and it's a little bit easier to push down on the strings. So the action is the distance between the strings and the fretboard, and that's in my experience. I'm pushing down, especially in first position right here, which is where you will be if you are a beginner. You're going to be learning down here first on the neck before you reach up to the upper part of the neck usually, and it's just a little easier to push down on the strings. If you look up at the headstock, it has this beautiful hibiscus flower, just gorgeous details, his signature right here. So congratulations, Sam, that's awesome. So if you look at the back right here, there is a scarf joint right here, and that's reflecting upon the price. So the higher you go with your hidden scarf joints up here, or like the more solid piece of wood you have for the neck, the more it's going to be more expensive, but also it affects the tone. Some people think that it's creates a better tone for the instrument when you have a solid neck right here. And some people think like, that's a bunch of hooey. It also depends upon the body and how well it's been constructed, that type of thing. But here, it's right here, and this is also reflectant upon the price point. It's affordable. If it were more expensive, you would see the scarf joint be more up here. All right, more expensive. Now, it's because there's two pieces of wood glued together, and some people think because the sound has to travel through, the sound vibration has to travel through the neck, through the glue, through two pieces of wood, that it's not going to be, or it's not going to project as well or have the kind of tone that would be offered by an instrument that doesn't have a scarf joint that's low. It'd be up here. But I think it has a beautiful tone, beautiful projection. It's a laminated instrument, but it sounds so pretty, all right? So, yeah, this is really pretty. I want this one. I want them all, so just to be honest.
This is the Kala Premier Concert Ukulele in exotic ebony. It has an ebony top, back and sides, rosewood binding, mahogany neck, glossy finish, rosewood fingerboard, a standard headstock, Graph-Tech ratio tuners, D'Addario clear nylon strings, and Graph-Tech Newbone nut and saddle. The scale length is 15 inches, while the overall instrument length is 23.125 inches long. It has 18 frets, and it's priced at $215.
Now this one, you can definitely tell the difference between the other two, not by only their price point, but just the feel of the instrument. I feel that it's, I have to work less to bring the tone out of the instrument. Not that it was super hard with the other two, but with this one, I just notice a difference, all right? So sometimes you do pay for what you get, and so in this case, you definitely do. As far as tone-wise, it's so sweet, but it has that woody, quintessential ukulele sound that you absolutely love and want. The transition up and down the neck is just buttery smooth, and I love the fact that it has a satin finish neck. Those are my favorite. And it has the glossy finish to bring out the tone of the wood and just the grain of it. And that's the pro of having a glossy finish for the body, is that it really brings out the wood grain and just the beauty, the uniqueness of it. It's just beautiful. So you can tell it's book matched. So that means that both sides, it's one piece of wood cut in half and then opened up like butterfly wings. And then you get this book matched on the back. Look at that, that's gorgeous. And then look over here, book matched on the sides. So when you have something that is triple book matched, that is going to be reflected upon the price as well, because it's more expensive to do that, but wow, does that look gorgeous. right? Yeah? So if you're looking at an ukulele and you're like, I wonder if, like, why is it priced the way that it is? Well, it has to do with the materials in which it's made out of, and sometimes it takes more time to construct things. So yes, this is one of those things. The binding is beautiful, and it has this beautiful armrest right here so that you don't get what I call uke arm, where you get this line right here on your forearm after you play it, after wedging it between your body, instrument you and your arm and your body, and then you're like, oh my goodness, I'm cutting off my circulation. This has that beautiful touch right there, that just beveled edge, that rounded edge right there. And then you look, remember I talked about the scarf joint on the Sam Mangakahia model? Do you see right there that the scarf joint is up toward the headstock and not in the middle of the neck? That is also going to be reflected upon the price, all right? So the higher, the thought behind it is that the higher the scarf joint, it means there's more of an elongation of the tone, all right, of the vibration to be able to carry throughout the entire instrument. That's what they want. To touch this instrument and to play it is incredibly easy. So that's a really fun touch. Yet another one that I want. That's not fair.
This is the Kala Contour Series tenor ukulele that is made of solid acacia. It has a rosewood binding, Eclipse maple rosewood rosette, a solid mahogany neck, a glossy finish, an ebony fingerboard, a slotted headstock. The strings that it comes with are Acula Super Niglet, and the nut and saddle is bone. And it's priced at $449. It has a D-shaped neck. It has 19 frets. The scale length is 17.0625 inches long. The tuners are open gear 6:1 ratio.
This one definitely caught my eye right away when I asked to borrow some instruments from Hyde Music. And I'm like, this one, I want this one. Not because it's the most expensive out of the group, but because it's stunning. It's so beautiful. I mean, like I talked about the triple book matching for the other instrument. This is triple book matched. Look at the back, how stunning. And then you look at the sides. The binding is beautiful. I love the satin neck because it's such a player's touch. Satin necks are my favorite, and this is just beautiful. It's so beautiful to play. I feel like this is more of a softer, mellower tone than this one right here. So the PX EBY, I think that this one is just, it's still beautiful. I love it. And this is a concert too, so the tone is going to be a little different. Yeah, it's brighter, has more of a bite, a little more projection. This one is definitely more mellow. Hear that? And it could be the strings, because the strings are different. But I think both of them offer something different, but still gorgeous. I mean, look at this tenor. I love the inlays. You can definitely tell the difference when you feel this one and something like this that's more affordable. The neck feels like it's a little bit more of a wider neck profile. I have to get out my measuring tape and figure that out, but it just feels like it's a little bit wider, can really fit my fingers comfortably. Just being able to draw out the tone with finger picking, I think it's really pretty. You have this slotted headstock, and then you also have this part right here. There is a hidden scarf joint right here toward the neck, the headstock rather than the neck. So that's reflected upon the price. No strap button. Maybe you could get one installed, but a lot of ukulele players do not use straps. The difference between all of the others and this one is that it has a drill-through bridge. Now, some people believe because the string is in direct contact with the top of the instrument that it's able to increase the vibration of the instrument and the tone and things like that, or just has a lighter touch to be able to draw the tone out of the instrument. I don't know if that's true or not, but with a drill-through bridge, you will have to note that you will have to change your strings differently than on a tie block bridge. I think it's a very nice, clean look. I think it was a very nice choice. And then there's the rounded edge right here so that you don't get uke arm when you play. Hey, thank you so much for joining me for this speed review. Let me know if you like these speed reviews and if you would like me to borrow some more instruments from Hyde Music and just basically give you the rundown on them and just to see which one might be the best for you. The links are in the description box below. They are affiliated, so thank you so much for supporting me. And thank you so much for supporting Hyde Music, which is a local mom and pop music store. They've been around for a long time and they have really stood the test of time because they have really invested in the musical community around them. So thank you so much to Hyde Music for letting me borrow these instruments, and I will see you in the next one. And remember, you are loved. Bye.